Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and in a previous video I said I would go take a closer look at a concrete plant that I was talking about because it was in part of the video. So that's where we're headed, and this little guy and his sister ride bikes past our house a lot. I think he saw me coming and wanted to show off. He just learned how to ride with no hands. And that's not easy on this dirt path. So, anyway, he didn't know he was going to be on YouTube. And surprise, surprise. Now, in my last video that I made riding my e-bike, I turned left here and went into the housing development and rode the paved roads to another paved road, and then followed that road to the dirt road along the canal path that I needed to do my filming. So I have been down this path before, and at the end there's a no trespassing sign and a no trespassing sign, and it says, and there's a big old dirt hill. And the first time I went down, I wasn't used to my e-bike. Now I'm a little more comfortable with it. So I decided I'm going to take this route and see if it's the same dirt path or dirt road that I came down from the opposite direction. And most of my videos are me going out to find a place to to fly my drone. And so all the roads kind of look like this unless I happen to be on a paved road, because that's all we've got here in Arizona. Now here I'm coming up to where there's a little bit of slope to the land here, and this irrigation canal right here is higher than the one that we're going to drop down to. And the first time I came along here, when I saw the sign that said no trespassing, and I saw the dirt hill, which doesn't look as steep here as it does in person, but anyway, I turned around. But this time I decided I'd go ahead and brave it. And you can see I'm bouncing around a little bit there. And so it turns out this is the same dirt road that follows the same canal that I came up the other time. So here I am coming to the place where I think I'd like to take my Mini 2, my DJI Mini 2 off from right here, and this will be easy to get over to the concrete plant. So we're just about to go, and so we're taking off. And there's a beautiful picture of my e-bike, which is a Radrover e-bike, and got the big fat tires, so it goes on these dirt roads really nice. And as it turns out, when I got through looking at this the first time, I thought I'm going to speed this video up going across the canal, because I'm not going to say anything across the Queen Creek, which is right down below us there. And I'd love to get down in there and fly, but I read a sign that said no trespassing. So anyway, so here's that concrete plant that I was talking about. And it's a little, in fact, when I looked at the name on the trucks, which we'll get there pretty soon, I was able to go online and find the name of the company. And they do a lot more things than just make concrete. So on their website it says they're manufacturers of cement, ready-mixed concrete, aggregates, asphalt, building and construction supplies, along with concrete products and contractor materials. Most importantly, they say, we provide solutions to your construction challenges. And when I saw all those those plastic containers there that have different materials in them, I wondered if maybe they didn't do some kind of specialization thing. So while I didn't know all this while I was flying around. I just wanted to look at the part where they fill up the concrete trucks, and that's where they do it. They back in right there, and then fill up and then come back out. It's not a drive-through like the one we looked at in the previous video. And so I came around here, and this it says on their website I can't remember exact date, but they've been in business. This outfit has been in business for over 100 years doing concrete products. And the thing that I learned when I read some stuff about them is that cement is what holds concrete together. And we were calling it a cement plant, but the cement and the aggregate, which is the rocks and whatever you have in there, sand, gravel, to mix up the concrete that you want, that makes the concrete, and it's the cement that holds it together. And you can see some piles of stuff there. They've got lots of different piles, colored dirt and so forth. And so they do, I think, more specialty stuff, because I don't see their trucks out to the construction sites so they can lay a floor for a new home. I think the regular old concrete companies do that. But this was before I did some research on their website, and this is where I got the name. It's called Cal Portland. And the Portland cement is a type of cement that is not used in construction as much as it is for specialty things. And I thought maybe that's what they were talking about. So this particular company provides specialty issues or specialty situations rather than just regular old concrete. I don't think they do a whole lot of pouring for home construction. They probably do a lot of pouring for specialty products, from what their website says. And when you look at those plastic containers full of different chemicals, and then they have these separate piles, different piles of dirt and sand around, I think they do specialty stuff. I'm just guessing, but that's what I saw reading their website. It seemed to look like that. So this is another place where they fill up the concrete trucks, and they back in underneath that and fill up the drum. So anyway, that was an education to me. They've been around a long time, and I didn't know anything about them. But it was a warm day, and my battery was beginning to get. I checked my battery temperature, and they were getting up into the mid 40s, and mid 40 centigrade is getting up close to 100 degrees. And so I decided I better just come in and land and call it a flight for this. But I did learn a lot about that website. So there's my Mini 2, DJI Mini 2, coming in for a landing, and he did all the video recording for everything that we just looked at, and he was probably about 3/4 of a mile away. So here we are, headed back, and you can see how the water's falling into the lower canal. And when I came to this hill, I was hoping that my bike would go up it okay, and so I went over to the shallower side, and of course I cheated, because what I did, instead of pedaling up the hill, I just used the throttle. So anyway, that was my ride over to the concrete plant that I promised, and I'm glad you went along. I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.